In this video, we're going to look at how I created more time for myself. It's quite an interesting method and it worked really well for me, and I hope it does for you too. I'm Shay. I work as an analyst in the financial sector, approximately 40 hours a week. 40 hours may sound like a lot, but I didn't realise how little it was until I read Make Time by Jake Knapp and John Zeratsky. Now there's a few methods in this book, but I'm going to focus on the one that worked for me. Make Time divides the way we consume our time into two areas. Firstly, the busy bandwagon, which refers to the pressure we take on for trying to do more in an attempt to increase productivity, though it's merely an illusion of endless tasks. The second major time consumer, and the one that we're going to focus on in this video, is what Jake and John refer to as infinity pools. These are apps or other sources of entertainment such as streaming services, social media platforms, etc. Like an infinity pool, it's always there, ready for you to dip in and out of at your own peril. It talks about how we have become hardwired to accept distractions as a default, and this is highlighted many times through examples shared in this book. The trickier distractions are the ones that we don't really think about. According to Data Portal, users in the UK spend on average 2 hours and 52 minutes each day on their mobile phones. 2 hours and 52 minutes is about 20 hours a week. 20! And that's just the average. I assume it would be higher for millennials and Gen Zs. It's only after Make Time that I realised we've all been programmed to accept distractions as a default. Let's go back to the early 2000s. My dad brought back a phone that looked like this. You pressed the menu button, which took you to the phone book, and then you called whoever you needed to speak to. If you pressed down one more time, it took you to the messages section, where you could send a text, and that was pretty much it. Well, there was a game called Snake, but we'll pretend there wasn't for the sake of this video. Whenever I purchase a new mobile phone, it comes with so many pre-installed apps, which offer a diverse range of unnecessary distractions. I used to watch the news on YouTube, sports on Sky Mobile, funny dog videos on TikTok and Instagram Reels, which is basically a catch-up version of TikTok. It got to the point where any notification gave me a reason to unlock my phone and have a quick browse through the social media apps for no need whatsoever. I was drowning in the infinity pool. And then, in the midst of reading this book, I decided enough was enough, and I drained the pool of water. As instructed by the book, I uninstalled almost all of the apps on my phone. Any app that I considered an infinity pool had to go. The authors of Make Time realised that the key to not getting distracted was to remove the distraction itself. Trying to strengthen your willpower has shown to have little effect in a time where we are hardwired to accept nonsensical forms of distractions as the normal way of modern living. This is what my phone looks like now. I no longer default to checking my phone every 10 seconds. In fact, this has opened up about 2 hours a day for me, which I can now use to do something more productive, like spend more quality time with my family and friends, play tennis, take Cobri out for a walk. If you are serious about improving the quality of your time, I would highly recommend trying this. You don't have to become a Luddite. Under this strategy, you can still use the apps that make life easier for you. I kept Spotify for when I drive, and WhatsApp because I'm already in several groups. But other than that, my phone is now only used for calling, texting, and driving. Even with WhatsApp, I've turned off notifications, alerting my contacts that if their message is urgent, they can always call me. You just need to correctly identify which apps are useful and which apps are distractions, and then delete all the apps that are distractions. So the only way to go onto social media for myself is through a PC. Now the first question I thought of when I read this strategy was, am I not replacing the time on my mobile phone screen with the time on my computer screen? And the answer to that is an emphatic no. It's not a default anymore. I have to physically go to my office, which is a small outbuilding detached from my house. This tiny little friction created in the process gives me the chance to rationally decide whether accessing the infinity pool is worth it. If you wanted to take it up to the next level, you could even remove Wi-Fi from your house temporarily while you're studying or working, unless of course you need the internet to work or study. There are many different strategies in Make Time, but eliminating access as a default was revolutionary for me. I have so much more time now, and I hope this strategy works for you too. Thank you for watching.